itong si Senate President Alan Peter Cayetano ay parang pinagbibintangan siya ngayon na siya po yung nag-o-orchestrate sa nangyari kahapon. O, para bang akala siguro nila na gagawin yun ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano na yung putukan, para bang pinagdudahan pa siya. Grabe naman itong mga dilawan na ito, no? Or itong mga loyalista na ito. Gano'n na ba talaga kayo kabobo na gagawin yun ni Senator Alan? 'Di ba? Parang ang layo sa hulog eh. Hindi ko lubos maisip na gagawin yun ni Senator Alan. 'Di ba? Unang-una, ang mga taga-NBI at ang mga PNP, sila yung pumunta sa Senado. 'Di ba? Sila yung nagkalat doon. Tapos pagbibintangan ninyo si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano na siya yung nagplano noon lahat na ginagawa, parang hindi naman siguro, parang ganyan na ba kayo mag-analyze? Kaya nga sabi ko, lagi kong sinasabi na sa totoo lang, mga matatalino talaga ang mga DDS Oh. Si Senator Peter Alan Cayetano po, no? Parang pumalag siya na, bakit? Kasi nandito sa video na ito, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung saan pumalag si Cayetano. Sabi ni Cayetano, do you think nagagawin ko yung ganyan? Wala akong history na gumagawa ng mga propagandang ganyan. Siguro ang mga dilawan at mga loyalista, ganyan yung mga ginagawa ninyo. Kasi sa totoo lang, no, ako po yung naniniwala na itong mga, yan si Soto, yan si Tulfo, yung mga Tulfo na yan, they are very insecure sa mga DDS. They are very insecure sa mga senators who are aligned with the Dutertes. Unang-una, no? Sa totoo lang, itong si Tulfo, lang ito tahimik-tahimik lang ito, pero may pangarap rin itong maging, presidente ng Pilipinas. Itong si, si Soto, may pangarap yan. Si Tulfo, itong si Raffy Tulfo, may pangarap din yan Imagine niyo, sabi ng mga, ang mga supporters ng Tulfo, na si Tulfo raw, merong 30 million subscribers sa YouTube. Yan ang argumento nila na kapag itong si Tulfo, kakalabanin niya itong si VP Sara sa pagka-presidente, saan raw pupulutin itong si VP Sara? Sabi ko. Sa totoo lang, nakakatawa yung argumento na yan. Do you think yung 30 million na subscribers ni Tulfo sa YouTube, boboto yun lahat? Kasi sa totoo lang, pambobo yung argumento na yan Sa totoo lang, pambobo yung argumento na yan. Yan. Pambobo yung argumento na yan. Hindi lahat ng mga subscribers ni Tulfo, they are, makaboto. Kasi may mga bata rin yan, mga below 18 na mga subscribers. Isa ako sa mga subscribers doon sa Raffy Tulfo in Action na YouTube channel niya. Subscribers ako na Tulfo sa YouTube. Do you think boboto ako ni Tulfo? Example lang yan. Di ba? So, wag niyong i-compare o wag niyong anong tawag dyan? Wag niyong i-versus si Tulfo ng mga Duterte. Ang layo, wala sa kalingkingan yung mga Tulfo na yan. Ang issue ngayon, meron raw kanina, may nag-breaking news kanina, na para bang gusto raw magtangkang magkodita na naman. Kasi umuugong na naman dyan sa balita, dyan sa loob ng Senado, na itong mga minority sina Hontiveros, ay sinusuyo nila ang some members of the majority para magtangkang ikodita, papalitan na naman si Cayetano. Mga walang respeto ba? 3 days pa nga si Cayetano na naging Senate President, ang argumento nila, magulo na raw, 3 days pa lang. Hindi naman si Cayetano ang nagpagulo dyan. Di ba? Bakit? Si Cayetano ba ang nanlusob doon sa NBI? Naghamon ba si Cayetano ng NBI na, mga taga-NBI, halik kayo dito sa sa Senado, PNP, halik kayo dito sa Senado, magbanggaan tayo. Wala namang ganong sinabi si Cayetano. Sila yung lumusob doon sa Senado, sila yung nanggulo. Tapos pagbibintangan niyo si Cayetano. 'Di ba? So, yan po ang ating pakikinggan ngayon, itong statement ngayon ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano. Official press media briefing po ito sa nangyari kahapon at sa mga posibleng mangyari in the future. Okay?
So ang lahat guys, bago natin ito pag-uusapan, help me po muna na i-like at saka i-share itong video natin para guys kakalat ito sa taong bayan at sa mga first time na nanood dito ay makaparticipate sila, no? Importante na mag-share tayo, like dito sa video na ito para naman guys ay mabasa ko yung mga comment ninyo, okay? At sa mga first time dito sa aking channel ha, kung first time yung nanood dito at nagustuhan nyo ang ating talakayan, yung ating banatan, ay mag-subscribe na rin kayo ha para updated kayo lagi sa ating mga trending na balita. Ang subscription po ay walang bayad yan, libre lang yan, okay? So paldo na kayo dito.
Eto, pakinggan natin si Senator Alan, Senate President, at magre-react po tayo, okay?
Matters, then questions. Tapos just so that medyo organize yung pagsagot ko sa inyo, can we do it same sa questions para we don't have to go back and forth? Unahin na muna natin kay Senator Bato.
Yes, okay.
I'll tell you that, para hindi confusing din, I'll tell you about the reports sa nangyari. So far, what the updates is regarding the attack on the Senate last night, no, the armed attack on the Senate. So, around, let me check my phone. So, tinawagan ako ni Senator Jinggoy ng around 1:27 to tell me na he doesn't think Senator Batos in the building.
Ano, sir?
At after lunch, mga 1:27, tinawagan ako ni Senator Jinggoy Estrada to say, SP, wala na si Senator Batos sa Senate. So I checked and asked my Chief of Staff to ask the Sergeant at Arms for a report. So may spot report pala talaga siya. I can read it to you. Ito na yung spot report. And then right before, when I came in, di ba, when I saw you guys, sinabi ko na rin, ay sorry, hindi 1:27, miss call niya pala yon. So,
27 ngayon.
yeah, around,
27.
basta around lunchtime na ako tinawagan ni Senator Jinggoy. Long story short, kinonfirm ng Sergeant at Arms that he's no longer in the building. I'm waiting for the complete incident report, anong oras umalis. In the meantime, nakausap ko at nag-text sa akin yung kanyang wife. And I told her naman na I will papaabot ko sa Filipino people and sa 13 yung kanyang message. So sa 13, sabi niya, sana wag sayangin yung sakripisyo na ginawa ni Senator Bato. She hopes that we stick together. Tapos eto, sabi niya sa akin, good PM sir, in behalf of my family, we would like to thank you and all the other senators for all the support you have done for my husband. At the same time, I'd also like to ask for forgiveness for all the confusion and havoc it has created in the Senate. It is for this reason, I am sure that Ronald made his, in quotation mark, escape. He told me habang tumatagal kasi siya dyan sa loob ay mas nadadamay pa kayo. Alam naming hindi lulusubin ng NBI at CIDG and police o sino pang...
Alam nyo si Senator Bato, no? Kung sarili lang ang iniisip ni Bato, no? Nagstay siya sa sa Senado. Kasi mantakin nyo, nasa loob siya ng Senado. Kung tutuusin nga, mas pinili niyang umalis na dyan sa Senado para safe ang lahat ng mga trabahante dyan sa Senado. Ang daming mga lawyers dyan, mga staff ng mga senador, no? Kasi kapag si Bato aalis dyan sa Senado, hindi na magkagulo dyan sa Senado, di ba?
Mga militar ang Senate kung wala siya sa loob. Kaya kahit na gaano siya ka-safe dyan, mas nangibabaw pa rin para sa kanya ang safety ng lahat. Nung umalis ako ng Senate 9 PM para umuwi kami sa bahay, last namin na pag-usapan, dyan muna siya mag-stay put. Dyan, yung stay put lang raw siya dyan sa loob kasi safer for him. Total may 72 hours TRO. Nagulat at natakot na lang kami for his safety nung narinig namin na sa labas na siya. Wala sa plano but knowing him, I am sure he took the opportunity nung nagkaguluhan at nagkaputukan na. Pasensya na po sir, mahaba.
Ito yung ito yung analysis ko. Si Bato de la Rosa umalis sa building ng Senado. Hindi natin alam, baka sinamahan raw ni Robin Padilla or kasi itong si Jesus Falsis may pautot na naman siya na di ko lang alam kung totoo ba ito Nakita raw, meron raw mga nakakita kay Robin Padilla sa airport, sa NAIA Terminal 3. Hindi natin alam. Kung totoo yan, baka si Senator Bato sumakay ng eroplano, helicopter, hindi ko lang alam kung yan ang accusation nila, kung if that is accurate. But ako naniniwala ako, ang daming mga kaibigan ni Senator Bato na pwede niyang manghiram siya ng helicopter, pwede siyang babalik doon sa Mindanao, sa Davao, okay? Gamit helicopter. Kasi po para sa akin, hindi siya safe sa Luzon o sa Manila area. Okay, hindi siya safe. O, mas mabuti siguro kung babalik siya doon sa Davao. Okay? Kasi sino ba namang gusto na ikukulong ka doon sa Hague, Netherlands? 'Di ba? So yan siguro ang iniiwasan rin ni Bato na hindi siya magpapaapi dito sa mga dayuhan sa ICC. Oh. Tapos alam naman natin na ang administrasyon ngayon ni BBM mismo ang kapatid ng presidente na si Senator Amy na ang nagsabi na yes, itong si Senator Amy, alam ko meron itong mga intelligence eh. Mantakin nyo, sinabi ng kapatid niya, di umano sabi niya, na gawin ninyo ang lahat na hulihin ninyo si Bato. Wala nang pakialam ang kanyang kapatid na itong bangag na kapatid ni Amy na kahit sino ang magurgor sa loob ng Senado basta mahuli lang ninyo si Bato. Mantakin nyo, imagine niyo yung the kind of president na si BBM na ganyan. 'Di ba? Si BBM is portraying na mabait. Pero sa totoo niyan, demonyo yung tao niya yan eh. That's my opinion ha. Bait-baitan lang yan pero sobrang grabing traidor, pambubudol yung taong yan eh. Okay? Yun ang paniniwala ko niyan. Pero wala na tayong magagawa. Presidente natin yan. Hindi syempre ang mandato ng mga PNP, AFP, protect the president, di ba? Pero wag naman sana pagdating ng 2028, dapat he has to abide by the constitution na magbotohan tayo. After 6 years ng pagiging presidente mo, the people will choose again kung sino ang presidente, and that is a fair game. If gusto ninyong kalabanin si BP Sara, si Tulfo, ang ninyo, manok ninyo, o sino ba, si Leni Robredo, sige, let's get it on. Let the people choose, at kung sino yung nakakarami, that is called democracy. Irespeto natin ang boses ng taong bayan. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Kung sino yung pinipili ng taong bayan na maging presidente, destined yan. Ang Panginoon po ang nagplano niyan, hindi po tayo. Okay? That is the voice of God. So, this administration, opinion ko ito, grabe ang galit nila sa mga Duterte. Madness talaga, sa totoo lang. Ako'y naniniwala ni Senator Amy. He knows his kapatid. Kilala niya si BBM. Walang ibang taong makapag-describe at makapag-alam patungkol ni BBM, kundi ang kanyang kapatid. Di ba? Walang iba. Alam na alam yan ng ni Amy.
A message ko, etc. Na I really do want to thank you and ask for your forgiveness and understandings. Ito lang ang paraan, hoping you find time to read this message, no? So what I did is I also asked the secretariat. They gave me a report. Up to this point in time, the promise of the NBI director na he will give me at least 2 things. One, a copy of the warrant officially transmitted, because he told me in front of the other senators na sa kotse lang niya, 3 senators were asking na ibigay na niya sa amin, but he looked at me and said, sir, pwede bang formal ko na lang submit tomorrow? So that was Tuesday. It's Thursday, we still don't have it. And he promised me na ilalagay namin under his custody yung Siyam, pero magre-report ka agad about the manner that they tried to arrest Senator Bato. And number 3, in connection with number 2, a report dun sa ginulpi nilang isang member ng OSAA. Still 0 report from the NBI. So I'd like to clarify to everyone, we did not arrest Senator Bato. We extended the courtesy and the traditions of the Senate that hindi pwedeng mag-aresto sa loob. He's not under arrest from any of us. And so far, as we're concerned, there's no warrant of arrest for him. So he knew from the start, I knew from the start, I never hid from any of you. Anytime you ask me, nandiyan pa si Senator Bato, I answered you to the best of my ability. And I told you, nandiyan pa, tinanong nyo how long will he stay, as long as he likes, di ba? So he made that decision on his own. I found out when Senator Jinggoy called me. I had no idea last night because he came pa to see Sec. John Vic. So I brought Sec. John Vic sa taas, sa 5th floor, because ni-request nung isang staff na, sir, hindi pa alam sa 5th floor na secure na at hindi pa nila alam ang nangyayari. Baka pag umakyat yung mga pulis, baka may gulo. So I went up, medyo naka-vest at armado pa yung OSAA. So Sec John Vic asked them na lahat may barel, ibaba yung barel. We explained the situation that OSAA is still in charge inside but there's a joint investigation. Little did we know na hindi pa fully secured when we answered you because nga may na-aresto actually kagabi. Diba? I think na-report nyo na lahat. So I just promised Sec John Vic that I'll wait for his report and that siya magsasabi sa details para nga walang misfire, miscommunication or accusation. But since someone close to me sent me a text kasi meron nag-send sa akin ito. PNP confirms Browner's statement that 30 shots were fired. All of them came from the Senate from Cayetano security guard. So first of all, I don't have a security guard. If they're talking about the blue guard, wala akong kasakasamang security guard. If they talking about my security, they're also from the PNP. I double check before going here. Walang nagpaputok sa kanila. Okay? So anyway, make a long story short, ito po ang text ni Sen John Vic. The count was 27 from inside the Senate and 5 from the other side, no? So my point is, nag-verbal warning sila. Tigil nyo yan, whatever the words were used.
Sino, sir?
Sorry, yung OSAA, nag-verbal warning. Hindi tumigil yung kabilang side from trying to get into the Senate. So nagpaputok sila in the air. Ang problema, nagpaputok pabalik. So eto, whoever the perpetrators was, di ba? Kasi nga, last night, bago umalis si Sec Remulla, sabi niya, so far they saw 1 bullet. So syempre, nakita ko yung mukha ng OSAA, that's not possible. So someone showed me the video and Mayan nga told me, may live nga, di ba? So sinabi ko lang na, Sec, can you allow the OSAA to go inside the kabilang building para may sarili namin investigation? I haven't really had time to look at all the details pa, and I promised si Sec. So the count was 27 from outside, from inside, no?
27 from inside. 27 from OSAA? 27 from OSAA, sir?
Yes, na
Up.
count nung putok.
From OSAA.
Yes.
5 from the Kalaban.
Yes. Kasi ang warning shot, itutuloy-tuloy mo yon until nga, kaya mo wina-warning, ayaw mo magkabarilan eh, di ba? So kailangan umalis. But instead na umalis, nagputok pabalik. So I won't defend or say much more, yun lang. But eto, kararating lang sa akin yung text ni Sec Remulla. NBI had no warrant to serve. They were requested by GM Wick to secure the Senate building at 5 p.m. They arrived at 6:15, 21 arrived. They were deployed on each floor to secure GSIS. Agent Francisco sitting down on the second floor bridgeway with a white guard when his attention was called by OSAA Aplasca. Sino ka? Sabi Aplasca. Francisco stood up with AR-15 at the sideway sling. Aplasca fired a warning shot. Francisco pulled the trigger. As well pointed, OSAA eventually discharged 27 rounds of 9mm and 40 SW. Francisco discharged 5 rounds. He immediately fled the scene.
Sir, can
So,
we get that? Sir, pwede kami minong copy?
read out para ano. Okay. So, yun lang muna so far kasi yun palang binigay sa akin. But let me emphasize this, ha. NBI continually told us na wala silang dinideploy sa Senate. Completely. I think pati sa higher ups nila, yun ang sinabi nila. I haven't had the time to watch the news or to compare who said what, no? So kayo na ang mag-compare who is saying what, di ba? But time after time, in fact, Senator Loren got a text when we were having the caucus na sabi ni NBI Director, hindi daw niya sinabi na pinayagan sila ni Senator Soto. All the senators na kasama ko doon, napakarami, all said he didn't only say it once, he said it 3 times. So, we can get to the truth if people tell the truth. Diba? But if the NBI is not going to be, it's not going to treat this thing with candor, meaning just tell us the truth, may problema tayo. But I can tell you, I have faith in the PNP and the DILG. They gave me their word. No? And for some, their word is not important, but I do believe kay General Nartates,
Senate President Cayetano, no? Ito lang yung comment ko dyan. Huwag kang masyadong kampante na magpapaniwala dyan sa DILG, sa NBI, kasi hawak sila ni BBM. And alam naman po natin kung ano yung naging nangyari kay FPRRD. Di ba? Anong sabi nila dati? No? Hindi pwedeng arestuhin si Tatay Digong dito sa Pilipinas. Kasi bla 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 kung anong mga binabanggit ni BBM. Pero anong ginawa nila? Hinuli pa rin nila. Okay? So yun lang ang sa akin. Ang hirap ng paniwalaan ang administrasyon na ito. Ha? Kasi nangyari na ito dati. Si BBM, traitor yan. Yun ang akin opinion ko yan.
PNP and kay Sec Remulla, nung sinabi nilang lalabas ang totoo dito, I believe in the word that they've given. No? Let me have a drink of water tapos question.
Sir, to be sure lang, the 27 came from OSAA. Sir, sorry nakita ko po kasi sir, na ang nagpaputok po kahapon, OSAA and yung armed na Marines. Kasama na po sa bilang yung 27, yung lahat na nagpaputok coming from the Senate force?
I don't want to speculate kasi I just read to you yung sinabi sa akin. But kasi may nakita din ako na report or something sa Facebook. I haven't verified na the Marines were here to support but did not fire. So I'll wait for the report naman ng OSAA after meeting you. Ayoko, kasi OSAA naman is under my jurisdiction. So I'll have them explain what they found so far.
So right now, sir, the 27 we can say are from OSAA lang.
Yun ang report ni Sec. Janvic.
Okay, the 5 came from the Kalaban?
Yes.
Pataas, sir, or towards OSAA?
Yun ang hindi ko masagot.
Okay.
May isang bullet daw, may isang bullet daw sa taas.
And then the rest?
Kasi nga last night nung naghiwalay kami, so far daw isa pa lang, Tapos eto kasi sinabi ko kay Sec Remulla, I'll make sure na yung commitment ko not to influence or walang political angle yung aking explanation ng investigation. But he sent me that text na so far yun yung report niya. So I'll send it na to you ano mo na lang.
Sir, wala kang sinabi si General Blanca kung nasaan yung NBI, kung nasa GSIS side o nandito sa Senate?
Because nga meron ongoing investigation, I don't wanna speak details for details, but I'll just tell you what he told me last night nung kaharap din niya yung police na nakita nila na nakalagay doon yung letra and everything and winorningan nila. But if I tell you more details than that, pati people will already think or speculate. So I'd rather tapusin nila. Ang sabi sa akin ni Sec. Janvic, binabacktrace nila. They got a lot of IDs sa the guy na bumalik. Pinabalik daw siya para kunin yung bag. Puno ng maraming IDs sa bag. So they got his fingerprints, binabacktrace niya. When I left, they were bringing him to Pasay for inquest. So I haven't gotten the report. Unfortunately, pinauwi namin lahat ng lawyers kasi nung sinabing clear na, nakiusap din yung mga police so that their work is easier. Paalisin na. But can I just mention this, guys, di ba? Unprecedented nung Monday na meron law enforcers na makikipaghabulan sa isang senador. Unprecedented yan. That never happened in the Philippines. Secondly, taking away coup d'etats, di ba? First time then, in my view, na may ganun armed attack. And hindi sila tumakbo, They were somehow holding their ground. All of you were here, di ba? So there's a speculation na, gobyerno yun, there's speculation, may nagsasabi, kami daw ni Bato nagplano, or kanina tinanong nyo, legitimate question yung tanong nyo, diversionary. If it was a diversionary tactic, it was crazy. Why? When you did that, lalong dumami yung tao dito lalong dumami yung police. That's why nga Sec. Janvic wanted to go upstairs to make sure he's okay. But nung kausap ko yung anak, his tired, etc. I respected that. Sec. Janvic respected that. But kagabi, bumaba pa si Senator Bato. Bumaba pa siya para magpakita That was the last time I saw him. Go ahead.
Sir, SB, sa binasa niyo po, inamin po ng asawa ni Senator Bato na he used that commotion, ano yung nangyari, para makalabas ng Senate.
I will not interpret because sabi niya baka. Because he did not escape during after. But ang sabi din kasi nung asawa niya, after niya nakita na someone will go so far as lusubing a Senate just to get him, that's why he did it. Kasi kung if I was in his shoes, I will escape when it's least expected. But again, mali yung word na escape because there's no warrant Diba? There's no warrant. So, he's free to go. When you, for example pumunta ka sa simbahan at sabihin mo, I'm seeking sanctuary. Pag gusto mo nang umalis, pwede kang umalis. It happened kay Jun Lozada. He slept on my couch on the 5th floor. And then, nung sinabi, doon na lang siya sa mga madre, and then sinabi, doon na lang siya sa Lasal Green Hills, lumipat siya doon.
SB, kung walang warrant, bakit siya nagtago dito sa Senate? Bakit
Because sinabol siya ng mga NBI na walang warrant. So, I'm not saying as a fact walang warrant. Excuse me. I'm saying they did not present the warrant to us. And I'm waiting for it. They did not give us. If they gave me the warrant, my advice could have been different. So, same.
Ang sa akin doon, layunin ng mga NBI, hindi papasukin si Bato kasi at that time, nagkodita. They don't want numbers. Pero si Bato, pinili talaga niyang makapasok kasi he wants to vote. Kasi takot sila sa impeachment ni BP Sara. Ngayon na majority yan, mahirap na yan uusad yung impeachment, di ba?
Kayo nag-seek sanctuary dito. Sabi niyo, sir, media kami, inaaresto kami, wala namang warrant. I talk to the police. Ba't niyo hinahabol? Wala, sir. Or may warrant. Nasaan ang warrant? Wala. Sabihin ko, dito muna kayo sa Senate. 3 days later, wala pa rin yung warrant. Sabihin mo, boss, gusto ko nang umuwi. Umuwi ka na. Diba? So that's the reality. Is it the best? I want him to attend each and every session. I want him to be there. I told him last night, Sen Bato, sana you can attend the impeachment. It's his constitutional duty. Last follow-up then.
SB, do you still consider it as an attack when you mentioned kahit marami na tuloy kanila, una pong nagpaputok ng warning shot yung OSAA, hindi yung sabi ng
Okay. Kung tututukan kita ng baril, papasukin ko bahay mo na may baril ako. Nag-warning shot ka, pinutukan kita pabalik. Is it not an attack? Sorry but I don't think there's any question. The Senate is under attack. Was under attack. All All of you, your lives were in danger last night. So, I know it's your job to ask a question, but you will tell me, pagka may nagpaputok na warning, hindi under attack yon? My God. We're a democracy. This is the Senate of the Philippines. Please naman. Di ba? Yeah. What do you think happens when there's no democracy? Who's the first casualty? The media. Wala nang media kapag wala. Di ba? Pag sinabing kami muna nagpaputok, umatras sila. Or security guard ng GSIS yun, di sabihin nyo baka ito ay gawa-gawa lang, baka ito ay drama. Pero nagko-focus kami dito, hinihintay namin articles of impeachment, nakita nyo naman lahat ng pangyayari. Napakagaling ko naman mag-orchestrate ng lahat na yan. Kaya kong papuntahin dito mga armadong grupo. You know my history. I've been in government since 1992. Do I have any history of doing that? O sa Taguig, have we done anything like that ever? No, so, excuse me, I mean, I'm not taking offense at the question, but, you know, if you have any doubt, you're doubting our democracy, you're not doubting my statements.
Ko lang, sir.
Yung kalaban po, pwede na natin sabihin na, sir, sinabi kasi ni Senate Sec Dong Mendoza right after the shots were fired last night, na perceived NBI. Are you ready to say that na perceived NBI yung kalaban?
Nasabi naman ni Sec Dong yon, at sabi ko sa kanya, I don't blame you for giving them the information on the ground. And may you ask the right questions, tama yung direction nyo, etc. But I'll be very fair. When the President called to check how we are, and when the President said, it's not government, it's not the AFP, it's not the PNP, it's not the NBI, of course he's the President, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, I'll assume. But I told him, but Mr. President, we have a bad experience sa NBI. They haven't been truthful with us. Having said that, Sec John Vic assured me, walang whitewash to. So he told me some of the information even before we got home kasi I'm sorry for the reaction but you know, people risked their lives yesterday. One of our nagugulpi na yung isang usa, the others could have done this. What I want to prevent is that, you know, there are certain things in life na may red line yan. Di ba? Di ba yung you don't, you know, you respect your parents, unahin mo yung mga tatanda, di ba? Pero kung yun ay mga normal na kabastusan, di ba? But you don't attack Malacanang. You can march, you can protest. You don't burn down the Supreme Court, and you don't attack the Senate in an armed manner. Di ba? It was 100% an attack. If it turns out sa investigation na sira ulo lang yon, na he lost his mind, then a question ko, how did he get the IDs? How did he get in? How did he get? If it was government, then I'm sure the President will act upon it, di ba? So I don't know right now, and I don't want to give details, but sinabi na but yung binasa ko sa iyo, galing na kay Sec John Vic yun. So, at sinabi niya, NBI yun. Oh.
Sir, sinabi ni Sir John Vic?
Yeah,
NBI?
So, see, my staff was just pointing out that there's still difference between yung sinasabi ng PNP or ni Sec John Vic at yung sinasabi ng USAA. That's normal in the investigations. That's why sabi namin, mag-joint investigation tayo. So far, I do not have a reason to not believe Sec John Vic. Why? First, nung nakita yung bag at sinabing, pag nabalikan yan, mahuhuli natin or paamoy natin sa aso kung may barel, he didn't have to tell me that. But he did at may nahuli. Okay. Secondly, lahat ng request niya, pinagbigyan ko. Umikot yung mga police, disarm yung iba natin tao dito. Yung hiningi niya na i-sweep yung floor by floor. Yung hiningi niya na i-secure yung CCTV. Lahat ng mga hiningi ko sa kanya pabalik. CCTV nung kabila, nung GSIS, ibigay sa atin. Yung before he left, sabi ko, sir, step by step, keep us informed. So, but that's the problem nga, di ba? So, I'm hoping magkatugma lahat. So, sa report natin, ano yung...
Okay nakita ninyo yung galit ni Senator Alan, no? Pinukpok pa niya yung podium. Hindi naman talaga maiwasan yung galit niya kasi mantakin nyo, nagtatrabaho ka lang ng maayos dyan sa Senado, naghihintay sila sa articles of impeachment, tapos ganun yung nangyari. Ako, in my opinion, talagang atake yun eh. Pag-aatake talaga yun. Wala akong nakikita doon na na i-blame pa ninyo yung mga security guards, yung mga sergeant at arms dyan na sila yung nanguna. Hindi naman siguro sila let us say, yung mga USAA yung mga nangunguna pero bakit nila nagawa yun? 'Di ba? In the first place, ang NBI wala po silang respeto. Binaboy nila ang Senado. Okay? Para lang makuha nila ang kanilang gusto. Kasi hindi mo na mapagkakatiwalaan na sabihin nila na hindi naman namin aarestuhin si Bato, hindi na mapagkakatiwalaan yan. Kasi ginawa na nila yan. Itong administrasyon na ito, ginawa na nila yan kay Tatay Digong eh. Okay? So, ang hirap na magtitiwala ka tapos gagawin na naman nila tapos tingnan nyo, nung time na in-investigate yung kay Tatay Digong, ang daming palusot ni Rimulya. 'Di ba? At that time si DOJ pa 'yon eh. DOJ Boying Rimulya. Ang dami nilang palusot. Ang daming palusot ni Torre. Oh, sino pa? Ang dami, 'di ba? Oh, ayaw natin 'yan. Hindi naman talaga yung administrasyon na ito, ang mga appointed secretaries ni BBM, hindi naman nila yan aaminin eh. What the president wants, itong si BBM, the president gets. Yan ang sabi ni Saldico, di ba? O, kung maalala ninyo. So, mahirap yan.